Probably Liam's or Mason's dad.
They weren't there.
So it was your idea to run off together?
You're pretty. You got a boyfriend?
No.
Shame, looking like you.
Did you like Bethany a lot?
She was okay.
Did you like her as much as your pet rabbit?
My mum needs a cup of tea.
No, I don't, Mace.
She always has a cup of tea around about this time. Have you got any paracetamol? She had a headache earlier.
It's gone, Mace.
It might come back.
It's flaming gone, Mace. Sorry. You've got to concentrate, Mason. If you muck about, you only make it worse. Now answer the questions, then we can go home.
I like it here. Can I get a drink?
DC Webb leaving the room at 14:15.
No wonder he likes it here. He's the centre of attention, for once. How long before we have to give him a break?
10 minutes. I've got to go. I've got the head of Cheatham Junior coming in, Hannah James.
OK.
Does your rabbit have a name, Mason?
Homer.
How did Homer die, Mason?
Killed itself.
How did it do that?
You know the trouble with kids today?
No.
Don't know how lucky they are.
Homer didn't know how lucky he was. You fed him, you were his friend, and he tried to run away. Did that make you feel mad?
I'm grateful, little.
Mason. It's just a rabbit. Pets die.
Well, he wasn't just a pet, was he? He was Homer, wasn't he, Mason? He was Homer and he was being ungrateful. Is that why you grabbed him? Did you want him to stay? Did you hug him? Hug him really hard. That's what friends do, don't they? We know, Mason. We know that's what happened to Homer. Homer. Bethany. Did the same thing happen to Bethany? You were her friend. You took her down to Denton Timber Yard by the river, am I right? I understand, Mason. Look at me. I understand. You liked Bethany. You thought she liked you. You took her to your special place. But she isn't grateful. She's nasty. And she wants to leave just like Homer did. Did you try and stop her? Did you grab her and stop her? It's okay, Mason.
At the timber yard?
I asked them where. But they were disorientated and they didn't recognise it.
Nothing at all?
No. Oh. No, one of them said there was a funny smell.
What sort of smell?
Just that. It was funny.
What did Mason do when he took them?
Bought them Coke and crisps. But then they got bored. They wanted to go home and Mason tried to stop them.
How?
He grabbed one of them, raised his arm. They were scared, mainly. But a parent complained and spoke to Mason.
What did Mason say?
That they had wanted him to go with them. They'd attacked him first. I mean, Mason is always getting picked on, so I believed him. I should have seen the signs.
If you wanted to open Mason up, get him talking, what would you do?
I'm not sure. He'd probably be hopeless, but I would ask his dad. He's the one person that Mason cares most about.
If Mason hid his blazer there, then his den must be somewhere in the area. The newsagents where we picked him up on CCTV and a timber yard.
Okay, so what smells funny to a child and it's near sand?
Manure, City Farm.
Council waste tip?
He'd have to get pretty close. It's tightly monitored.
Sewage? There's no sand.
Building sites have sand, but they don't smell funny. The kids said funny, not horrible.
Brewery.
Pop some malt. Sweet. Funny, but not horrible.
So it's close to the brewery. Glassworks at Cloverleaf. They use sand, don't they? It's been closed a year.
I'll update the Polster Inspector. Organise some officers to go with you.
Sierra Oscar from 354, there's a crowd gathering at the Kembles, 43 Ibbot Place. Assistance required. I repeat, assistance needed at 43 Ibbot Place.
Interview resumed. 1600 hours present in the room. DC Grace Dasser and DC Mickey Webb.
Mason Kimball, Susie Kimball.
Susie Campbell, Mason Campbell and Stephen Ornette.
Why was your left shoe wet yesterday, Mason?
My mum's got enough on without hoovering up after me.
So you washed it?
Said so.
What was on it?
Stuff.
We're running tests. We'll find out. You understand, Mason?
It was paint. Red paint.
Where did the red paint come from, mate?
From a tin.
You found a tin of paint by the river. We have you on CCTV and the newsagents by the river. I showed you earlier. You remember? Did you wash your shoe in the river?
Maybe.
Is that right? You washed your shoe in the river?
You said that, not me.
Why didn't you wash the other one?
It wasn't dirty.
Just break it up, otherwise you'll all be arrested. You understand that? Just go back to your homes peacefully and calmly. This isn't helping anyone, though. Just go back to your homes, please. Yes, conduct
Please, Gears, there been any violence?
No, not yet, Mum. It won't be long.
We cannot keep going round in circles. You are not helping this family, and you're certainly not helping yourself. You will be arrested if you do not disperse.
Step back, please.
Behaviour, and you are not allowed to be here. It is illegal. Mr. Riley, I understand you're upset, but if you could set an example and go home, please.
If I could have your attention, please. Silence,
What are you
please.
doing, letting him come here?
How was I supposed to stop
For
him?
those that don't know, I'm Bob Riley. Bethany was my daughter. My wife and I thank you for your support at this difficult time, but I don't want this. Persecuting this family won't make things any clearer. Bethany was beautiful. My beautiful princess. This, you here on the street, this is ugly. Whatever you think you're doing, you're not doing this for me or Bethany. If you want to help me and my wife, let the police do their job. Go home, please. Hug your kids. Count your blessings.
It took some doing.
Thank you, Mr. Riley. I suggest you go home now.
Mr. Riley.
I'll handle it, Mom. What's this going to achieve?
I don't know.
I'd knock, I didn't hear it ring.
So what did you reckon, Mr. Campbell? Keep your head down, wait till Mason's left home, then it's someone else's problem.
Come on, let's go home.
Mr. Kemble, we could organise temporary alternative accommodation.
Yeah, right. How would that look? You're not even sure Mason did it yet.
Think I found something.